One other thing I want to mention, in one of my videos, one of the comments, and I'm sorry I didn't get your name, said I gave you a thumbs down because you didn't say which one was better, and that was comparing the Canon R7 to the Sony a6700. The truth is, no matter what you're shooting, even if it's an older DSLR, if it's the camera you have in your hand, it is absolutely perfect. There is nothing that is the best. Everything does something better than something else or worse than something else. The best camera lens combo is the one that you can afford, that meets the weight requirements that work for you. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're out having fun. So nothing's the best. They all have limitations. Everything. You just have to find the one that works best for you. So there you go. That's your answer. Yeah. Whew, it's bright. JonnyPink. Real quick, let me know what you think. The last two videos, I'll have them up here. I've been going longer, so I haven't been putting out things in the middle of the week. Let me know what you think about that. Please leave me a comment down below. Instead of trying to watch that time frame and make sure it's not too long, and you know what? I'm just gonna make it as long as I want because I really enjoy what I do. Let me know what you think about that down below. To address something else, do I crop my photos? I do. I crop them so that I have the framing that I want that I didn't get when I was shooting it. And then when I zoom into it for you guys, I zoom way in just to show you how clear and sharp these photos are. They are pretty amazing. Canon autofocus is just insane. Oh, that's not a bird. The Canon, the clarity is insane. It's just amazing. And as I said in my last video, wildlife is wildlife, whether it's the little itty bitty tiny things like this, or it's big birds, whatever you're into, wildlife is wildlife. And for me, it's all just fun to shoot. I enjoy this. There's no pressure. Some photographers go out with something specific in mind. I'm gonna go out and shoot this specific bluebird, and I've done that too. But for the most part, I just go out, I'm an opportunistic shooter, and I shoot whatever is out there. Check some of these out that I've found this morning. And yes, I do shoot in mechanical. I like the way it sounds. I like the feel, that tactile snap of that mirror that make sure nobody's coming on the trail behind me. This is, again, of course, El Scorpion, and I was out this morning with James, and I'm out with, right now, I have Canon's 800mm F11 on the R7, shooting at ISOs, the ISO of like 5,000, 4,000, because of that F11. The exciting thing is when the 200 to 800, if it does come out, think they just took their 100 to 400, slapped an internal 200 or a 2X on there. That's where they're getting those numbers from, and that's why it's an F9. That'll be fine. As long as a variable aperture lens and a zoom does have a lot more versatility. And as I said earlier, in answer to a question, what's the best lens? There is no best lens. There is no best camera setup. Think of it this way, and this is something that a friend of mine, Nelson, used to say when we'd be out on the road, driving to gig to gig to gig, and you'd walk into a convenience store and you'd eat something. Whether it was bad, gave you indigestion, But whether you had time and you sat down at a really nice barbecue restaurant, his answer to all of that, just like every single camera lens setup, it's going to take a picture. In his case, he said, yeah, it'll make a turd. It didn't matter how bad it tasted or how amazing it was, how much money you spent on it, it would make a turd. In this case, no matter what lens camera setup you have on there, it's going to take a photo. The rest now in this case is up to you. So again, I'm out for these striped, there's one right there. The disadvantage to this amazing lens is you have to be so far away. That 100 to 500, is it worth the price? I think so. It's a lot more versatile. You have the zoom, but you can get really, really close. And to me, that's a big selling point for me. Oh, I'm too close. How about that? Let's back up a little bit more. It's in the perfect light right now, too. I used bug spray before I came out today so that I wouldn't be attacked by the flies like I was last time. It stinks. It's not off, it's another brand that I got on Amazon, has a lot more deep. It just stinks, and the flies are still, well, the bees are still coming around me. I don't mind the bees don't bother me. Now for all of this, I really do have to be kind of far away, and the light has to be just right so it hits them. So that's a disadvantage to this lens. Okay, I'm going handheld. And this is, well, I'm using my R5 to go handheld, so it's going to be interesting. But I want to show you how close some of these spiders are. And so I'm going to flip it around, and they're, well, look at this. Right up in there, there's one just right in front of me. It's way too close. I have to shoot the ones that are way, way, way back up over there. And if I come over this way, I think the GoPro would have been better for this. Okay. There's actually one, and I don't know if I can see it from here. It's directly out right over there. It's too close, and that is a disadvantage to this lens. Well, maybe you can see over my shoulder that I tried to come back out here with, right now it's calm at the moment, but we are having some severe Santa Ana winds, and all the webs that were here yesterday seem not to be here today. I am. Huh? I am. What are you shooting? Spiders?
Spiders, yeah. You know, one time.
Okay, people are pretty funny. The gentleman just came up and asked me if I was filming a video and then continued to stand here and talk to me for 10 minutes. That's fine. So all the webs that were here yesterday with these super strong winds seem to be gone. The only one I was able to get is the one down lower. It's still really small and it's tucked into one of the bushes, and I think that's why its web is still here, but the rest of these, they're gone. But I did see the tarantula. Didn't get a very good picture of it, but I saw that, and that was pretty cool. And of course the hummingbird. And all I really wanted to do was compare this lens to the others. And as I've said before, man, there is no lens that's perfect. The clarity on this is insane. But so is when you get any of them in focus. It's amazing. The 800 F11, you have a lot of reach, but that minimum focus distance kills it. This one has a shorter minimum focal distance and is a pro level lens. Please don't sting me. See, and I've got a hoverfly that's just sitting right here in front of me, and if I had the 100 to 500, I could snap onto that like nothing. But this, they have to be way out there. And just like the old DSLRs, you only have this little tiny bit in which to get your focus. So it has to be in the center. The focus on this is much slower than the 100 to 500. But again, with every lens, you get what you pay for. Does it work? Absolutely, man. Does that food make you full? Sure does. It's going to come out the same way. This is going to take a photo, and the RF system is insanely sharp. Is that another one? One last thing I want to plug, because I haven't been plugging it that much. The last album that I just did, I'll leave that linked over here. You'll be able to you can get that on Spotify is the one I push the most, but it's on Apple iTunes and Amazon Music and any streaming station that you are currently subscribed to or use. It is up there, so please, if you get a chance, just check it out. Let me know what you think about that. Leave that in the comments too, man. JonnyPink, thank you so much for letting me share with you guys. We'll see you out there, and if you see me out here, stop by and say hi, man. I'd appreciate it. JonnyPink, thanks a lot. We'll see you guys. JonnyPink, thanks a lot, man. I do appreciate it. You guys have a fantastic day out there. Whatever it is you're going to do, if you can actually hear this, we'll see you out there. JonnyPink, we'll see you.